let's get this thing started here. And we are going to be talking about the defensive tab on the Airship. In the previous video, we talked about the assault tab. They go hand in hand. There is a slight customization depending on the level of your airship. All right. So, what we're going to do here is we're going to go over to our assigned abilities and we're going to look at our defensive tab. Now, if you already checked out the attack tab, this is in the same series, so YouTube should have put this one up there next to it. Should have. It doesn't always work that way. So on the Guns of Glory airship, we've got on our attack side we got our march, and then during the previous video we put the infantry cover in our first one because I can promote that one into the secondary stat. So first things first, let's go over our stuff that we needed to go over because I probably changed it since I did the videos. And then I did. Let's go change our guard card to Constance. Excuse me while I'm in here so I don't forget later. We are going to go fetching some food, so we're going to use our blue. And not necessary to go for troops at this point. Now, so what we're going to do here is we're going to look at our airship. Now, our defensive tab and our assault tab are going to look exactly the same, except for that first one. And remember, in the first video, and I'll highlight it here again, I made these the same so that I could swap back and forth and know when something's wrong visually. It'll burn in my mind what's supposed to be there. So we're going to go and up. Now, this one's down at the bottom. So it's not one that everybody's airship can level up. If you can't get into that secondary stat, then go ahead and put the march cap in the defense tab. Okay. It does help to have that there. It seems to help. We are changing the volume of troops that are in castles drastically. But see, I'm going for my infantry attack here. So now my infantry attack, when it's defending, my infantry attacks stronger. So depending on the infantry. So let's go look at that. Let's go, we're going to go train. So my T11s increases the defense against light cavalry. That means when light cavalry comes in there, my T11s are going to have 70% more when it attacks back. Okay, so there's a roll against that. And then there's rolls against other subclasses, but we play in the bonus area. Okay, pikemen have an increased defense against riflemen. So again, when it attacks back against a rifleman, on the defense side, I will kill more riflemen as long as the stats aren't overwhelming. So that's the theory behind why we're doing what we're doing here. And you want to make sure, okay, so let's say you have a smaller airship. You want to make sure you are enabling all these. All right, remember, this is where you're going to get some big stats from, is in the parts. So you've got to make sure you hit the 20s. If you're a new player and you're starting out with these greens, don't be in a hurry to jump to blues and purples. The reason is if you can't enable them because you don't have enough parts to do it, then you're actually losing stats by not enabling them. Remember, you got to get to level 20, then you got to get all these things to level 20 to be able to enable the upper stuff of this. So don't go buying one thing without buying another if you're a coiner. Now, the other way of doing the defense tab, like I said, is if you can't get this secondary stat, oh, damn it. And let's see, that just screws everything up when you, I don't even know why that came off on a double click. The other one wouldn't come off on a double click, right? I got to go put that one on. And then we're going to measure, we're going to look at our airship here. And now that. And then we're going to look for distance devastation. Assign. And then we're going to be cavalry. Cannons number 1. Could you put more crap that we don't care about on the banners? Thank you, Guns of Glory. Lost my train of thought here. So I'm at 28. Was next. It does not matter the order you put these in. Just make sure you can flip back and forth and do a quick check to make sure you're doing that, you did everything right and things are set up. You should make it a habit that about 15-20 minutes before an event, you go in and double check your guards, your gems, your gear, your talent spec, make sure all that stuff is where it's supposed to be. You know, you should have a rundown check. So let's finish this out here, and we are going to 27 assign. There's going to be a troop health. And then last but not least, and that's our defense tab. Same as our attack tab, only we are trying to gain, well, I'm not going to double click it again, trying to gain, I thought I would just bring it up to show you the number. Let's do it down here. Not going to let me. That's weird. Okay, so there we go. So right now I'm getting 70% infantry attack out of that. Okay, and my next upgrade for that is going to be Airship 69. No pun or joke intended. But this is where you want to make sure that you don't screw around and forget the defensive tab. Some people forget to even set it up or don't even realize it's there. They can't see it on their phone, whatever's going on there. There is no reason to be buffing traps. Traps have been outstatted by all the patches that have happened in 2019 Guns of Glory. So until they get to a trap patch, avoid these two right now. They're not useless. They're useless in that area. And then the troop defense also wouldn't be worth it. So there's no reason getting the Flying Fortress or the Happy. Happy Hunters. I don't even know if it works all that well. It might be the only one that works. You know, because you don't need your airship to go out and killing beasts. Extra troop damage and kills. Extra troop damage is nice. So death from above is not considered that great of a replacement for other stats, but it might be. Now that we've gotten into where our other stats are so bold and we've limited our damages in some areas, increasing troop damage might be the way to go. So it's one of those things we'll look at later on the specialty stuff, because that's a heavy coiner item. You're going to spend $200-300 getting that open, and that's one of those things we have to do a special video for to even determine whether or not it's worth it, because it is a matter of perception. You got to be aggressively attacking people to find out it's worth, and it helps to attack the same person over and over again if you can get away with it, to determine whether or not you're making gains. All right. I appreciate it. Thank you very much.